What's going on? Welcome back to the Normal Baseball 2023 team projections. Today we are doing the Boston Red Sox. Let's get into it. What's going on? Welcome back to yet another episode of the Normal Baseball 2023 Will Be Series, our team projections for each team in MLB for this season. Today we are doing the Boston Red Sox, a team that did a lot worse than everyone thought they would last season, lost a very big name in their organization this season, lost a few big names in their organization this offseason, but picked up a lot of guys. We're going to be talking about what their team is looking like this season. Just to preface, first of all, I'm Alex Normal Dog. That's Lewis. And we, a couple weeks ago, made power rankings of each team based on 7 categories. We rated each team in each category 1 to 10, tallied up the total scores, made the power rankings that way. We got lineup, bench, defense, rotation, bullpen, coaching, and energy. And yeah. The Red Sox, according to our calculations, are the 18th best team in baseball and the 11th best team in the American League. Lewis, you want to just get right into it?
Yeah, sure. I'll kick us off. I'll start it off. I'll lead us off. So for the Boston Red Sox, the first category that we ranked them 1 through 10 was their lineup, and their lineup we gave a 7 flat. Now, their lineup consists of, according to Fangraphs, Tristan Casas, Rafael Devers, Justin Turner, Masataka Yoshida, Alex Verdugo, Enrique Hernandez, Adam Duvall, Reese McGuire, and Christian Arroyo. All in all, not too terrible of a lineup, considering that the Red Sox did finish in 5th place in the American League East last year. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, their lineup, I think, it might sound crazy, but I do think it might have gotten better since last year. Yes, you take a big hit losing Xander Bogaerts to the Padres, and, he's gone. He signed an 11-year deal with the Padres. He did not want to be in that organization, but you put together a decent offseason when you re-sign you extend Rafael Devers, and you keep him there for good. Make your fans feel a little bit better. Another guy they lost, JD Martinez. They lost him to the Dodgers. I think it's a hit, but then you go out and get a guy like Masataka Yoshida, who is going to be hopefully a good bat in your lineup. Yes, it's his first year playing in MLB as opposed to Japan. But there's always that chance that he literally doesn't have an adjustment period and he just comes out and is an absolute dog all year. So I think where they lost some stuff, they gained back in potential. And I think that this lineup could be a little better than people think it will be this season.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Just to tell everybody right now, we are looking at the Fangraphs, which has Trevor Story on the 60-day IL because he got elbow surgery earlier this year, and it also is leaving off Alberto Mondesi, traded for and acquired. He's not at all in their lineup or their bench just because Fangraphs still says that he had knee surgery in May of last year.
Yeah, Trevor Story is going to be out for pretty much the whole year.
The year.
Yeah, there's a chance he comes back towards the end, but he'll be out.
I don't think they're going to risk it with him.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. So, it does make this lineup take a good hit. Because now, at second base, you have Christian Arroyo rather than Trevor Story, who, yes, did have a down year last year, but now we know the whole thing with his elbow, and hey,
there were 2
it could
weeks.
Just be a down year, too. So.
There were 2 weeks where Trevor Story looked like the best hitter in all of baseball.
Oh, yeah. It looked like it was going great for the Red Sox.
Oh, it was one of the craziest 2-week periods I think I've ever experienced.
Ever.
As a baseball
As a human.
Fan. Yeah.
So yeah, no, that does take a big hit off their lineup. Like, they would have been a lot higher with Trevor Story in this lineup. And like you said, Alberto Mondesi, not listed in the Fangraphs lineup. He'll be playing this season.
He would probably be playing short, and then Enrique Hernandez would be moved over to second. When Alberto Mondesi does come back, I do think that he'll take over short, and they will move Enrique Hernandez over to second base.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? I think that sounds right.
No, that would fit. That would be the ideal fit there. Or they just have Mondesi play second. I think it's a very interchangeable thing.
Is it?
Yeah. At this point, I'd say so. Yes.
Let's look at his defensive metrics. Does he play a better shortstop than Alberto Mondesi?
Probably not. I'm just saying they can do what they want. I'm not trying to make an argument. I'm not making an argument.
Of course.
But yeah. I think moving him to second base would probably be the best option. But it also depends on how he's playing, how Arroyo's playing, what's going on in the outfield. Because currently their outfield is Duvall, Verdugo, and Yoshida. But Duvall could be a DH very easily. His defense is good, but it's not great, especially in center field. It's a decently big center field there in Boston.
Especially that triangle in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. There's a big center field there. So depending on how he plays, we'll see what happens there. Verdugo, I'm pretty high on this year. I think Verdugo is going to put together a nice year.
Okay, I like that.
I don't see why not.
That.
Devers is gonna be Devers. He's gonna put together a monster season. That's just kind of how he rolls at this point.
That is what he does.
And then Tristan Casas,
We'll talk about him later.
Well, okay. Okay. Wow. Spoiler, but
little bit, but we'll talk about him.
Reese McGuire is their catcher, who they got last year in a trade, right before the deadline. I guess prove yourself as a better catcher than everyone thinks you are, Reese. Like, just go out there and prove yourself, because this team certainly isn't looking to win the AL East. Dare I say? Because
you sure about that?
Yes, they're in a very competitive division. They're not a bad team, but they are in a very competitive division. I don't think it's realistic to say they are in the hunt for the AL East.
I don't know. I don't know. It's weird because we've seen the Dodgers time and time again, even if you just look back 2 seasons to the 2021 season, where I believe most people felt the same way of, it's kind of not their time to try to win the division. And then they go on to, I know that they did not win the division. Hey, they were the last American League East team standing in the playoffs.
That's American League East.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Dodgers.
Alex, we were talking about the Boston
No, but you
Red
just
Sox.
said the Dodgers. You said a couple years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago, 2021.
Yeah, the Dodgers, you said.
Did I say the word Dodgers?
Yes.
Okay, well, I meant the Red Sox. My apologies.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. I was like, what do you mean the Dodgers? They've been a force in the league.
In 2021, the Red Sox were
Sox.
the final American League East team standing that then took the World Series runner-up Houston Astros to, at the time, I believe it was 6 games. So
I don't know. But they weren't a 5th place team the year before. Like they came last in the American League East last season. They got Masataka Yoshida. That's the biggest acquisition. Now they have a 38-year-old Justin Turner, who we didn't mention. He's going to be DHing. Like, is he going to make that much of an impact at age 38? I hope.
I feel like that was a move just to keep Hernandez happy. It's his old buddy, and they seem to be having a lot of fun.
Hey,
if you watch any of their media stuff, they're having a lot of fun together.
I think it helped. I don't think it was just to make him happy, because he will be starting in the lineup a lot. I don't think they're like, yeah, we'll take him just to make Kiki happy, and we'll play him every day. He can bat 230.
You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
No, I got you. No, it does work out really well because they were buddy in LA. I like that move in terms of how good Justin Turner can be this season, because he was very good last season, despite his age. He's kind of just having good seasons back to back, whether it goes under the radar or not.
He really is fighting off Father Time. Another guy who's definitely having a very, very good career, and I hope that he continues it, is Adam Duvall. Although he was injured for a good portion of last season, and I believe the season before that, where he was a World Series champion with the Braves. I think that he is in for a good season, like a good, surprising good season, you know? And I think that there's no better place for him to do that than the Red Sox, where, like you said, they're not really looking to compete for a American League East title.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have much else to add. I mean, it's not a bad lineup whatsoever. We gave it a what'd we give it a
They were a straight 7.
7. It's not a bad lineup.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Well, now as for their bench, we gave their bench a 5.9 out of a possible 10 points, and that is their bench is consisting of Jorge Alfaro, who is a non-roster invitee. However, pretty sure we can come to an agreement that he's going to make the opening day roster.
Yeah, I'd say.
Would you like to say the next name?
Bobby Zolbeck.
Who, corner infielder, definitely will be...
Mostly first.
Yu Chang. Yu Chang on the bench as well. Looks to be just another bench guy. And Rob Refschneider, outfielder, just like
Yankees legend.
Yankee legend, all-time great, will be sitting on the bench again for the Boston Red Sox. Looking forward to seeing how they platoon certain guys in this lineup, because when Jorge Alfaro is hitting the ball and hitting well, there's no reason for him not to make this starting lineup.
Yeah, but I mean, it also depends on how Reese McGuire's playing. But yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. When Jorge Alfaro is good, he's good.
Yeah.
Like he'll make his presence known, and he will kind of force himself in there. It feels like.
For sure. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing like sort of this platoon role at catcher between Jorge Alfaro and Reese McGuire, depending on the situation, depending on who they're facing, that type of thing. As for the other three, Bobby Dahlbeck, Yu Chang, and Rob Refschneider, I'm not really too sure what their plan is with them moving forward. I guess if Tristan Casas does not perform like how the Red Sox think he will, then Bobby Dahlbeck is back in as the starting first baseman. But that's my only thought. I guess the other two guys, everyone's a bench piece. They're bench pieces.
They're bench pieces. I like them. I think it's a decent bench. Nothing crazy. I think very deserving of a 5. What'd we give him? 5.9. 5.9. It's very deserving of a 5.9. Nothing crazy, but also like not horrible options to go to if you got to go to the bench, or even with like platooning guys, you know.
Yeah.
But that's their bench, and then as far as their defense goes, we rated their defense a 7.2 out of 10. Defensively, this team, you got people like Verdugo, who is a decent defender. Duvall, decent. Reese McGuire, decent.
Yoshida should be okay in left field.
Yoshida should be okay. Devers has not been great defensively,
but he can be.
I don't think he can. I mean, obviously he can be, and anyone can be, but he has not been good. Definitely the worst part of his game. But then you got guys like Justin Turner, who Justin Turner's gonna be playing the field like sometimes, you know. I don't know. I don't hate it. So it's a good defense. There's nothing to say like this defense is not good at all, you know?
Yeah.
And Mondesi, who will be back, is a very good defender.
Very, very good defender. No such thing as a ball getting past Alberto Mondesi on the infield.
Yeah, well.
Anyways, as for the next part, their rotation, we gave their rotation a 7. Another straight 7 out of 10. Their starting rotation looks to be Chris Sale, Corey Kluber, Nick Pivetta, James Paxton, and Garrett Whitlock. Interesting bunch of guys. Definitely extremely top heavy when you just look at the names and what they've done recently. But this starting rotation has the ability to be very, very good.
Yeah, my main concern is James Paxton, because, you know, you look at James Paxton, and since 2020, he's pitched 6 games total. did not pitch a single game last season. And in 2020, in the 5 games he pitched, 6.64 ERA. And in 2021, in the 1 game he pitched, 6.75 ERA. So that's the most wild card as it gets. Will he come back and be good when he's not injured, when he's healthy now?
I hope so.
I hope so too, but it's a toss-up. Being injured that long can probably take a hit on how you perform as a player in general.
Certainly.
That's a big thing, especially because you said the top-heavy part. But if James Paxton is good, James Paxton is a really good 4. If he's good, he would be a really good 4. Garrett Whitlock has also been surprisingly good for them, especially last season when they didn't really have that many starting pitchers. That was a big problem for them, not having starting pitchers.
Especially after Chris Sale spent all that time working up to come back. And then, was it his first game back? He took a ball off the hand that ended his season.
Broke his pinky.
Yeah,
no, I remember that. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking for Chris Sale to stay healthy. I'm excited for him to be healthy this season and not have to worry about, I'm rehabbing. When are we getting Sale back? Like, when am I going to get to watch Chris Sale again? When's Chris Sale going to get to pitch again? Like, all that. I want him to have a good season, and I want him to just be healthy. Because he's still only 33. Well, he's almost 34. But, I'm excited. I do think that the first 3, Nick Pivetta, young guy, only 30, he's been pretty electric so far in his career. He has had a lot of really, really good starts that have been really noticeable. And I'm excited to see what they can do because their bullpen isn't looking too bad either. We gave their bullpen out of 10. We gave them a 7.5. We gave them an 8.1 out of 10 on their bullpen. So if their starting can be good, their bullpen will pick them up. Their bullpen, they picked up Kenley Jansen this offseason. They picked up Chris Martin. They picked up Joely Rodriguez, Richard Blyer in a trade with the Marlins. They gave up Matt Barnes, but they get Richard Blyer, who is a pretty good reliever. It's a very good bullpen. You also have Ryan Brazier in there, Tanner Houck, Cutter Crawford. Like, you have good names in that bullpen, and I think an 8.1 is fair.
Yeah. I like them signing Kenley. I like the trade for Richard Blyer. I just think that they made a bunch of good moves that are going very under the radar because their offense does not look as powerful as it once was, especially with losing Xander Bogaerts, that a lot of teams, especially with every team being able to play all 29 other teams in baseball this year, I think 29 other teams are in for a rude awakening when it comes to the bullpen of the Boston Red Sox.
That's fair. That's because that's the thing. Like, the bullpen being this deadly, like, you want to say they don't have a shot, but with a bullpen that good, all their starter has to do is get 5-6 solid innings, let up a few runs. Their lineup's going to score runs. Then it's just a matter of that point, can their lineup score enough runs? Because I don't think their bullpen's going to let up too many runs. I mean, they are, but like once you get to Kenley's, I think he's going to have an insanely good year, Kenley Jansen.
Yeah, I don't get why it's been time and time again, especially you hear it from Dodger fans, and I think that's more of them being upset that Kenley left the organization, which I can't blame them. I would be upset too, that you hear people say, well, Kenley Jansen is like washed. He's not as good as he once was. But I think he's fine. He's a closer. He only pitches 1 inning every other day, and consistently it felt like last season was this guy who slammed the door on teams for the Braves when it came to ending a comeback or what people thought would be comebacks. I think Kenley Jansen is a very, very solid option to have at closer, especially with a team that's looking to surprise guys. If you can, you catch another team on their back foot, you have Kenley Jansen to throw that 1, 2, 3 ninth inning. There's no going back. There's no way to come back from it.
No, I agree. If you're throwing a 1, 2, 3 ninth inning, yeah, there is no coming back from that.
Yeah.
That's just about as lights out as it gets.
It'll be fun to watch him.
It will be fun to watch him. As much as this Red Sox team isn't going to necessarily be in the chase for the AL East crown. They will be an exciting, fun team to watch. Moving on with our rankings, their coaching, we gave them a 7.5 in their coaching. I mean, Alex Cora,
very good coach.
We've seen how that team was without him, and he just brings that team together so nicely.
Yes.
I think it is overlooked a lot. So I give Alex Cora the benefit of the doubt. That's why we gave him 7.5 in the coaching. Just good coach. Very good coach.
Yeah, I completely agree. Great coach. Hopefully he can make do to the best of his ability with the hand that he was dealt. I think that's
all. That's all you can do as a manager.
Yeah.
Just whatever they give you, you have to work with it.
You have to make it work.
You can't really change.
Which I think Alex Cora is better at doing than a lot of other coaches in this league.
Oh yeah, very capable. Very capable.
Yes, more than capable.
As far as their energy went, we went with 6.7 out of 10. I think this team will have their moments, and they'll be really, really electric when they have those moments, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, yeah. Bringing in guys like Justin Turner and Alex Verdugo, who's already, I don't want to call him a head case, but he is a very loud individual, which is always fun. Not
Verdugo is very electric. He's fun.
He's very loud. He's electric. He's one of those guys that you will see MLB posting highlights of him. Devers, give me a Devers walk-off where he just goes ballistic after hitting it.
Well, he's a
type
pimp.
Of thing.
He's a pimp guy.
No. I'm saying give me the pimp rounding third base. Like going home, you see everybody standing there ready to dogpile onto you. Give me like a yell, like a fist pump, like something like that really just shows your emotion, because I feel like Devers has very much been just an all smiles guy, not so much an all electric guy.
Okay, fair.
Yep.
And do you have anything else to add to their energy part? I mean,
on the pitching side,
I said my piece.
On the pitching side, I think Chris Sale will be a lot more vocal with
if he can stay healthy.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy, he can be a lot more vocal. That would be a lot of fun, because he's a very entertaining personality when he's pitching in high leverage situations, especially. I believe we saw that with the 2018 World Series run that the Red Sox had, and Chris Sale coming in to close out the Dodgers. He was just beyond fired up. And that was great and electric, and I want that version of Chris Sale's personality to be on the mound every start.
Fair. I would love to see that Chris Sale too. He reminds me of like very just calm and composed sometimes.
Yeah.
Like just when I look at him, how Kevin Durant, very like cool, calm, composed. You know?
Yeah, just wants the ball. Chris Sale just
wants to pitch. He just wants to go out there and toss.
Yep.
He wants to throw that nasty slider. That's what he wants to do.
That sidearm lefty slider, that's damn near unhittable.
Yeah. Well, if you're counting at home, we gave the Red Sox a total score of 49.4 out of 70. Lewis, do you want to give us a rookie report on any rookies?
Of course. As Alex had mentioned earlier, and as I had said earlier, Tristan Casas is going to be the guy that we're looking at when it comes to the rookie report for the Boston Red Sox. He is ranked second in the Boston Red Sox organization, where he is also ranked 23rd in all of baseball. Last season in 2022, he played in rookie ball, and then straight from rookie ball went to AAA ball. And this season they have him starting. Last season he batted .281 with an OPS just under 900 at 889. Looked really solid. Did not walk much. Actually had 0 walks. Excuse me. Wait, no, he didn't. That's a lie. He had 49 walks to 70 strikeouts, which is a very good ratio. 12 homers and 41 RBIs, which is something to just be excited about. And of course, my favorite thing to look at, especially because he's playing in Fenway Park this season, is 23 doubles, and 20 of those came from his time in AAA, which means that this guy knows how to find the open grass. Yeah. And I'm excited to see that, because in Fenway Park, you find open grass, those doubles easily turn into triples. Those triples could turn into inside the park homers. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Tristan Casas has in store for the entirety of MLB this season.
Yeah, I mean, Tristan Casas, he's been a name in the Red Sox system, like I feel like for a while. And
it's been a couple of years now.
Yeah, and you just hear about him. But this year, he's actually going to be there. I'm hoping the best for him. He's probably, I know he's going to have his struggles, but hopefully they don't last that long. Hopefully for the Red Sox, that is, they don't last that long. Yeah, Tristan Casas. Thank you, Lewis.
Yep.
So now we're going to do our, thank you, Lewis. Now we're going to do our MVP hitter and pitcher for this team. Who is your MVP hitter for this team? Go.
I'm going to go with Masataka Yoshida. I've been high on him. I'm looking forward to watching him play, watching him hit. You don't just hit over 1,000 OPS in a different league because you're lucky. He's obviously got a lot of skill at the plate.
That's fair. That's fair. You've always been high on him.
Yep.
I've always been hesitant, and I will continue to be hesitant. I'm going to just go with the safe option. I'm going to go with Rafael Devers.
Good choice.
I think that's just the safest option, although Yoshida could very well do it.
Yes.
Who do you think their MVP pitcher will be?
Give me Nick Pivetta.
Okay.
Nick Pivetta.
I like it.
The third pitcher in their rotation.
Young stud.
I just expect big things out of him. I'm looking forward to watching him pitch.
Okay. I'm going to go with Kenley Jansen. I think Kenley Jansen's going to be a dog. He's going to keep being himself. Hopefully not as many blown saves this year. I think he's going to be a dog this year. I think he's back for vengeance.
I like that. I like the thought of it.
He's a very Red Sox guy.
Oh, certainly. His press conference with his son saying, "Let's go Red Sox" during the question part was so fun.
I didn't see that.
Oh, it was so much fun. And I think that Kenley is just so happy to be a Dodger. No, is so happy to be a Red Sox. So it'll be fun. It will be fun for that pitching staff.
This team win more than 79 games? That's what they're projected.
Last season?
No. This season.
This season?
That's what they're projected for, 79 and 83.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's maybe. Because they're in the AL East. It's the main problem.
If you slapped them in the NL Central, I mean, they might win 100 games, but
I don't know about 100.
Not in the AL East.
The AL East is tough. But so that'll do it. Thank you guys for listening. Remember, you guys, if you're a Red Sox fan, remember you know your team better than we do.
Will be.
Oh, yes.
The whole point of this show.
I will say though, first, if you're a Red Sox fan, just remember you know your team better than we do. Now I'm going to say the 2023 Red Sox will be, and Lewis will tell me what place the Red Sox will be in this season. Lewis, the 2023 Boston Red Sox will be in
5th place in the American League East.
5th place, I happen to agree.
And I would love to be proven wrong.
Yeah, prove us wrong, Red Sox. Do your thing. Be a team that we think you have the potential to be, but you need to prove us that. Thank you guys for watching, listening, viewing, commenting, subscribing, following, sharing, and let's go Red Sox.
Let's go Red Sox.
Let's go Red Sox. Okay, this is red structure. Let's go Red Sox.
Let's go Red Sox.
And we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.